I've been posting a lot of like progress updates on my platforms, and so I'm getting a lot of requests for, can you do what I eat in a day? Can you show me what you eat every day? And I've said this a few times on my platforms, but I've grown a lot since I started this journey, so I'm gonna say it again in the nicest way possible. No, you will never catch me doing what I eat in a day videos. And the reason why is that comparison is the thief of all joy, right? So let's say I post my what I eat in a day videos, which I'm gonna be honest with you, what I eat is a lot of the same repeat stuff, okay? Coach Beth Farraco, I don't know how you say her name. She has this thing that she says where basic boring bitches get results, right? Because you make a recipe, you know it works, you know your body feels good after you eat it, so you just eat the same recipe over and over and over again. High protein chicken salad. It's shredded chicken breast, hard boiled eggs, a little bit of light mayo, fuck ton of non-fat Greek yogurt, some celery, some onion, and carrot, and seasonings. This is something you will always find in my refrigerator. This or just egg salad, right? Subbing out the mayo with the protein or with the yogurt saves you a ton. So anyways, no, I will not do what I eat in a day videos, because if I post exactly what I eat every single day, first of all, there's going to be people that try to police what I eat, even though what I'm eating, what I've been eating is working perfect for me, okay? There's also going to be the people that see it and they take note of it and they try to follow and do exactly what I do. And then they don't get the same results. So then what does that do to them? It prevents them from learning to love themselves, because you're comparing yourself to somebody else's journey. You're not doing the work. You're not figuring out what works for you. You're not researching the recipes and researching the ingredients that work for you, for your budget, for your lifestyle, okay? I won't do what I eat in a day videos, but I do share a lot of my recipes with you. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And again, it's the same boring shit. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Do you know what I have almost every single time I go to the gym? A snack. It's either going to be a couple hard-boiled eggs or some chicken salad on keto bread. Fun fact, this is a good cheat code to get your fiber in. Each slice keto bread has, depending on which brand you get, roughly 10 grams of fiber. I don't ever want to put anything out there that is going to cause toxicity in someone's mind. I try to be very mindful about what I share on my journey. Just like, for instance, yesterday I uploaded a video about my progress update. And there was a clip in there where I talked mad shit about butter and how I don't really eat butter that much anymore. And do you know what I did? I edited that clip out, because I don't want somebody thinking that because they ate butter is why they didn't hit their goals, okay? I want to share my journey in the least damaging way possible to your mental health. We eat so much of the same stuff. Lots of lean meats, tuna, chicken. We have salmon like once every few weeks. Cod. I mean, the leaner the better, right? Because that's the more you can get in terms of protein. But I can't do it, you guys. I'm not knocking other creators that do it. That's just where my heart falls on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my heart, because I know how much comparison is the thief of joy, because I've done it. And that's exactly why I choose not to share it. You can be successful in your journey, but one of the biggest things I say, my recipe to success is that I am in therapy while I'm doing this. And my therapist checks in regularly on my headspace in terms of my journey. There was one point where I thought I couldn't just go out and treat myself to lunch, because I felt like I was harming myself on my journey. My therapist looked straight at me. She was like, Desiree, I encourage you to go have a lunch date by yourself. I encourage you to continue eating the foods you enjoy, just in moderation. And coming up on the 19th of this month, I think, October, that's gonna mark 1 year in the gym, okay? Because I'm in the therapy, I understand now the healthiest place for my mind is in that gym. Because if I have a bad day, instead of sitting at home and like eating it up in my soul, I walk into the gym. Okay, the other night, me and my husband didn't have plans to go to the gym. And when something happened that day that upset and hurt us both, I looked right at him and was like, I'm going to the gym. And he said, yeah, I am too. And we went, and we both felt so much better about what had happened after a workout. You know, it seems silly, but physical exercise and movement is truly healing. I am not punishing my body. I'm giving my body something that it craved for 5 years. I used to lay in bed and cry because I missed being on my feet for 15 hours a day in the industry, you know? Now I ain't gotta cry about it anymore. I can just go out and do it, you know? Like, there's a difference in, like, my physical pain when it comes from something I love doing. And I know that. Like, there's days where I'll eat stuff that'll flare up my arthritis and I'm irritated with myself because, like, for me, it's not always worth it to have that cookie. And that's another thing that I battle with mentally is, like, knowing that certain foods that I eat are going to affect how I walk. So it's like, I want it and I want to treat myself, but I don't want to be in pain. So that's where you learn moderation and indulging properly, right? Like, if I want a couple cookies, I can have like 2 Oreos, but I used to legitimately lay in bed and eat half a pack of Oreos, the family size. But now, like, I know I can have it. I just know that if I take it too far, my foot is going to feel it. And it's not worth it because I love being able to move now. You know, I feel stronger than I've ever been, like mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And I'm really proud of myself. But there are parts of my journey that I cannot share or that I choose not to share because I don't want them to harm your mental health. I share the hardships of, like, how hard it is to go through this journey in hopes that you can relate and you see, like, the path to improving yourself, you know? But I don't ever want to harm anybody's mental health. It's just not worth it to give a few people satisfaction of what I eat in a day. But that's your answer. I eat the same boring shit all the time. Chicken salad sandwiches, hard-boiled eggs, a cold chicken breast. I'll just grab from the fridge and eat. Hummus, lots of whole fruits and veggies. We don't have any fruits in my fridge right now because we're going on town, so I'm, like, running it down. But normally, I'd be smashing some grapes or strawberries or blueberries or something. You know, that's my lunch. I'm gonna get to the gym, and then I have a meeting at Community Kitchen Pittsburgh for something coming up possibly that is going to be very exciting. And I will fill you in on the details of that probably in a couple of weeks because there's a lot of planning going on behind the scenes. But just think of something naughty and nice. Other than me. And yeah, I gotta get going. I love you. Bye.